Hey, welcome back to Black Lab Garage. I think there might have been some misunderstanding on that 460 EFI teardown video I posted, where I was talking about how to add a carburetor to it. Because I said intake adapter, and I think some people thought I meant, like to adapt an intake to it. So that's not what I was talking about. So I want to show you exactly what I was talking about. Are you ready? Come on, let's get into it. See, a lot of people talk about the fuel injected 460s and say, oh, they didn't have good power, blah. They had the capability. It was actually the fuel injection system that hurt them. Fuel injection and smog pump, all that stuff. The potential in the engine's already there. It's just literally the system that's running the engine is what killed them. It's not the engine itself. So, putting a carburetor on it will really wake up your fuel injected 460. Of course, now if you're doing it on a newer model that was fuel injected, you'll have to of course change the fuel pump and put a fuel pressure regulator on it, because unless you have the early models that had the intake pump and then had the high pressure pump on the frame rail, on those you could do away with the high pressure pump and just use the low pressure pump to feed the carburetor, because Ford actually did that on the early models that were still carbureted. They used an in-tank low pressure pump to feed the carburetor, and then of course when they went fuel injected, they still used the low pressure pump but put a high pressure pump on the frame rail. You can do away with that and just leave the low pressure in-tank pump, but make sure it's a low pressure in-tank pump. You cannot use the high pressure pump. Okay, as you can see here, I've got a Edelbrock Performer 460. It's just a cast aluminum copy of the stock cast iron intake. There's nothing special about these intakes. Okay. Of course, they're easy to put a carburetor on. Just slap it on there, bolt it down. But you cannot put this intake on a 460 EFI engine. See, here's the EFI intake. Now let me flip them on their sides and show you the difference. Now then, as you can see, there is quite a bit of difference in the ports between the EFI, which is this one up here, and the regular carburetor 460. Quite a bit of difference. So even though they will physically interchange on the engine, the carbureted intake will not work on a fuel injected engine, with fuel injected heads. So what was I talking about when I said put an adapter on the fuel injected intake? Well, let me show you. What you do is call up the fine people at Price Motorsports. And notice, number one, made in USA. We like the made in USA stuff. They make these themselves. They use good tape too, apparently. And that's the adapter I was talking about. Because all you do, get your adapter out, they even send you a gasket. Set this on here. And notice it's even notched to clear this right here on the intake. See there where it's notched? So I mean, it's well thought out and well made. They even give you the Allen screws to go with it. So literally, you just put that gasket down. Tighten the 4 screws down. Now, you will have to provide your own carburetor studs. lay the gasket on it. Now I know you're saying, now wait a minute, you got injector bungs in the intake. Yes. And they are nice enough to even send you, I still call them freeze plugs, but expansion plugs to block every one of those off. And you just get a bolt that size, drive it down in there on all 8 injector bungs. I mean, it's that simple. And then all you do is add your favorite carburation of choice. And you know me, it's always going to be a Holly. I will never tell you to put Edelbrock on it. It's really that simple. Now then, as far as height wise, you can see that they're actually pretty similar. Now the Performer is just a hair bit taller, but not much. It actually looks like it's more, the difference is more on camera than what it really is, but I'll tell you what, let's measure and see what it is. Alright. One side looks like right at ½ inch difference. So that's not bad. And you gotta consider still yet, you know, like I said, these engines run on, you know, the heads, and then these run on velocity. So would you notice ½ inch difference? No, very doubtful. And actually, if that height difference bothers you, you could add one of those like 1/4 inch thick heat insulator gaskets, and then you're down to only a 1/4 inch difference. So, you know, there's another option you can do. I mean, it's kind of amazing that it's that easy to put a carburetor on a fuel injected engine. I mean, you don't even have to change intakes. Now you will have to change distributors, because if you don't, the computer is still going to be controlling the timing in your distributor. So you'll have to, you know, of course, change the distributor to something that has actual mechanical advance and stuff in it. That's not a big deal either. But I hope this helped some of you, and I hope that clarified what I was talking about when I said put an adapter onto the EFI 460 engine. Because I think some people thought I meant, you know, because they make like adapter plates that you bolt to the heads and then bolt a totally different intake, like they do for the Ford 400s. They make a plate that bolts to the head, and you can put a 4-barrel 351 Cleveland intake on. No, I just meant that adapter plate that bolts on the literal intake you already have and lets you put a carburetor on it. So, I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure and hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and listen to more Goose Creek. And stay tuned. Me and the pups will be back with another one. See you.